Hi there. I wanted to share with you the project I have been working on the last few months and just finished up, and give you some sound samples of it. It's this bass guitar preamp. I suppose it could definitely be used for guitar as well. No doubt. It's got the same tone stack, low and high, as a 1967 or 68 Ampeg Portaflex amplifier. I think that Portaflex 18 or one of those two. Either way, they're all very similar back then. But I use this. It's a straight up copy of it, and it's just has a OpAmp gain stage before and after the tone stack. So these are the gain adjustments for pre and post. And this is your bass and treble, bass treble. So we can take a look inside and then give you some sound samples. Alright, I have the screws off of the back plate, and I just wanted to draw your attention to the fact that, unless you already picked up on it, that similar to the previous project, which was a tube preamp with an Ampeg tone stack, I used an Ohio license plate to make the chassis. Was able to make this box with one single license plate, so with very minimal scrap. So used most of the license plate. Here's the insides, and here are your gain adjustments. This is your pre-gain, then this is your bass and treble, and then that's your post gain. And this is the difference between this project and the previous project. This is an OpAmp as opposed to a 12AX7, and you can see that I did all point-to-point wiring here. So that's the inside of it, and we'll take a listen with some sound samples. So you know what you're about to hear in the sound samples. I used a Reverend Triad bass guitar with the volume and tone controls turned all the way up, and using only the bridge pickup the whole entire time. I went into a TC electronic tuner, which has no effect other than buffering, which I think I have turned off, but that was just so I could tune. Also, then I went into a Boss LS2 line selector, so I could go back and forth between the dry signal and the signal through this. So and both of the controls on the Boss LS2 are at noon, so I didn't boost anything with the Boss LS2. So that would represent pretty much how the bass guitar sounds straight into the recording device, and then how it sounds through this. And then I did make adjustments to volume as I changed the tone stack, but only the volume on these controls, not on the LS2. And I pretty much just made it so it was as unity as, you know, with the dry signal as I possibly could. And the recording device is a Zoom H4N Pro, little handheld recorder. So I started with each clip starts with a short clip, which is the dry signal, and then a longer clip with the preamp. So I started at noon, which is pretty close to a flat signal. So you might not notice much difference between the dry signal and this when it's at noon. And then I moved back to about between noon and 9 o'clock, and then both at 9 o'clock, then both all the way counterclockwise. Then the next one was between noon and 3 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, then all the way clockwise. So, and I played the Allemande section of Bach's first Cello Suite. because everybody's heard the Prelude like a million times, and you probably get sick of that. Although it's still a beautiful piece. Either way, on to the sound clips. Thanks.